In today's video, I'm going to be discussing the exact dates checks are going out, money will be distributed, and important announcements will be made for Social Security, including but not limited to retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, spousal, SSI, VA, and RRB in April. That's the focus of this video. Let's talk through the details. All right, another month is upon us, and you know what that means. There's a lot of announcements going on, and it's a busy time, especially for everything going on with lawmakers, the administration, the bills, packages, proposals, everything like that. It's already been a very chaotic year and a very dramatic year. A lot of things are going on so far, and we're not even that far in. Only a handful of months, and we're not even that far. But it's going to get even more intense the closer and closer we get to November, and obviously the end of the year. It's going to be a busy time, so get ready because this is just warm-up still. And as we work our way through spring and summer, things like this, it's going to be nuts out there. And again, I will continue watching everything very closely and bring it to your attention right away, as I have been in all of the thousands of videos that are brought to you over the last 4 years or so. So again, as we continue to work our way through the month, there's going to be a lot more coming up. Announcements, bills, packages, proposals, everything like that. And again, anything that hits the wire, of course, I'll do the research and bring it to you right away in these short videos. So with that being said, I want to jump into this and talk through the details of the announcements, the dates, and things like this that are going on this month, and point out those exact dates that we want to highlight and pay attention to throughout the month of April, okay? So, yeah, let's jump into the calendar here, okay? So, by the way, I do want to point out I will be working our way through the month here, starting today, and then going through the end of the month as well, and again, pointing out those dates. All right, so here's what I want to start with. Today, obviously, is, first off, April Fool's Day, so that's not a joke. It's just like, a thing. I'm not talking about that, but I just want to point that out really quickly. And today is also Easter Monday. So what does that mean? Now, here's the thing. Today is also the day in which SSI beneficiaries generally get paid. Now, there could be a little delay to the distribution of your check today, okay? This may not happen for everybody, but I'm just saying, just be prepared. It may pend on your card or pend in your bank account today, and then may actually officially hit tomorrow. This may not be the case for everybody. I'm just simply saying, if you see for some reason that your SSI payment is not like coming through, it's just sitting there pending, or maybe you don't see it today, just hold tight. It may show up tomorrow instead, okay? I know, seems kind of weird, but this may be the case in some instances, okay? I'm not saying everybody, I'm just saying just be aware of that. But either way, today, the first of the month, is obviously the date in which SSI beneficiaries get paid, and it's about 8 million beneficiaries, give or take a little bit, but this is that day, okay? So anyway, I want to point that out really quickly. Now next, the third of the month is Wednesday. So this is the date in which it is not a holiday, obviously, and it is not a weekend, obviously, again. And as a result of that, some of you here in the community do get paid on the third of the month. And this is obviously coming Wednesday, so there you go. You will get paid that day if you are generally somebody that gets paid on the third on the third of the month. If you generally do not get paid on the third of the month, then you're not going to get paid this day. Okay, this is just for those people that have generally been receiving benefits prior to May 1997. That was the payment schedule. Usually the third of the month is when payments were arriving. So that's another date I want to point out for you. Now, Friday, this coming Friday, this is another date and an important announcement that's coming out that I do want to bring to your attention really quickly. This is the non-farm payroll, or otherwise known as the job report. This report comes out the first Friday of every month, 8:30 a.m. East Coast time, and it gives us a glimpse into hiring and firing and the labor participation rate and hourly earnings, average hourly earnings, all kinds of things like this, and it gives us a glimpse into how many jobs were created or lost the previous month. So this will be the unemployment rate, the unemployment jobs numbers for March, okay? So this is the number that'll come out bright and early on Friday morning. Now, I know you might be thinking, okay, like, why do we care about this? We got to know a good deal as far as what is going on with this, because this gives us a better, bigger picture as far as what's going on with the overall economy, right? You've heard me talk about that before. And again, if you're somebody who wants additional stimulus checks, this is a very, very important report. I've said that before in other videos. It mostly comes down to the job report. This is like the number one factor that we need to look at with the distribution of additional stimulus checks, okay? So that is why we need to continue watching it. It's only a report we get once per month, and it's coming out on Friday. So I'll continue to watch that one and bring you the details as we get it. All right, so next, let's go all the way out to the 10th. This is the second Wednesday of the month. Now, a couple things going on this day. This is the date in which the CPI, Consumer Price Index, otherwise known as the inflation report, will be released for the month of March. Again, Just like the jobs report, usually when we get these announcements coming out in the middle of the month, they're usually for the previous month. Well, same case here, the CPI, the inflation data, will be released on this morning, again, 8:30 a.m. East Coast time on April 10th. We'll be getting the inflation data showing us what inflation is doing from the month of March, okay? Again, another important report here, not nearly as important as the jobs report, but it is a pretty good one because we want to know what's going on with our money. At least what they're telling us anyway. You know, again, do you think the inflation reports have maybe been a little doctored up over the last couple years, especially this year? Yeah, yeah, for sure they have, okay? So the reason for that being, well, a variety of reasons. First off, they don't want to tell us what real inflation is doing, and election year, you know, doesn't really play a good role into that either because they obviously want inflation to look like it's very low going into elections, right? So anyway, that's what's going on Wednesday the 10th. Now, obviously, this is also the second Wednesday in which those people that have a birthday between the 1st and the 10th of the month get their Social Security checks. So if you are somebody that generally gets your payment on the second Wednesday, this is the date in which you will get your payment, which is April 10th. So be aware of that. Watch for it that day. You'll get it in whatever manner you generally get your payment, direct deposit, on a direct express card, bank account, savings account, checking account, whatever. You'll get it that day. And again, this is just for the birthdays between the 1st and the 10th of the month. Now, let's go all the way out to the 17th. This is the third Wednesday of the month, and this is the date in which those of you that have a birthday between the 11th and the 20th of the month, this is the date in which you get your Social Security, SSDI, whatever it happens to be, the payment in which you get on this day, the third Wednesday. And again, birthdays between the 11th and the 20th of the month, this is when these payments are starting to arrive. So watch your bank accounts then as well. Now, last set of payments going out the 24th of the month. This is the fourth and final Wednesday in which payments will be arriving for the month of April, okay? So again, birthdays between the 21st and the 31st of the month, this is when payments arrive, is the 24th of April. The payment schedule changes every single month. So this is the time in which those payments will be arriving. So when it comes down to Federal Reserve announcements, nothing in April, okay? They just had an announcement, a week and a half ago or so? They came out and they had that announcement there in late March, okay? So they had that announcement out then. There's not a meeting in April, but there will be another one shortly thereafter, okay? So I'll keep you posted on that. But yeah, it's kind of, it seems like a little bit of a muted month now, but I guarantee you it's going to get a lot busier, okay? Every month going forward is going to get even more and more intense and a lot more popping up. So if you have not done so yet, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss any videos going forward. Share the video with your friends on your social media or any others here on the channel with your friends on your social media. Go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos in the video library or those that I've hand selected for you down below in the comment section or at the in the description. And I'll catch you again later in the next video. Have a nice day, and I'll see you again.